think that there's one other tier of guys that I wanted to talk to you about. And it's the 2021 rookie quarterback class. So now that we've seen a sample size of Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and a little bit of Trey Lance, although not that much. I'd like to know your thoughts on who from this year's past class do you believe in most as a guy that can help their team win games, like be not necessarily put up huge stats, but like who will be in the playoffs or relevant to the playoff discussion or even the Super Bowl discussion sooner than other guys in out of this past year's rookie class?
Well, the first names that come to mind are Trey Lance, right? Mac Jones. My personal opinion on Mac Jones is if you've got a card that has gone up 100% since August of last year, I'd sell it today. And the only reason why I say it is I think New England's in a major transition. I mean, you've got still Bill Belichick at the helm coaching, but you lose Josh McDaniels, which has been a figurehead there. There's major question marks on what that team looks like, just execution on offense. Major question marks. You don't have game-breaking talent anywhere on that team. You lose Josh McDaniels, who's been the offensive coordinator there since 2013, I believe. You knew what you were going to get with Mac Jones. It was going to be Tom Brady-esque 2000, with that team early on. I don't know what those cards have done, Hicks, but what I tell you is if you got 100% profit in Mac Jones right now, or even 150% profit into Mac Jones right now, there's major question marks there. I'd cash out and then retool, have some funds, have some free cash to go do some other things that we talked about over the last 20 minutes. Trey Lance, I don't know, didn't look like he could do much of anything when I saw him play. I mean, he moved the ball a couple of drives, but it really wasn't that impressive, in my opinion. He's by far the fourth best quarterback in that division, and you got to play 6 games against those teams. He's light years behind Kyler Murray, Matt Stafford, and Russell Wilson. Light years. I don't like either one of those guys, honestly, to go and make some bets on right now. Zach Wilson, who knows? He plays for the Jets. Who else is in this class?
Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence, without a doubt. I mean, he had a bonehead as a head coach. I mean, there's nothing but upside with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, nothing but upside with that guy. I would assume his cards are cheaper than what they were in August, since you had the lowest QB rating of any NFL quarterback. It's nothing but good for Trevor Lawrence. He's a generational sort of guy. Protect him, find some talent around him, put him with a competent head coach and offensive coordinator. He's going to go up without a doubt. He's the only one of those guys I put any money on. Justin Fields plays in Chicago. I like him, but you don't have enough. You don't have enough quite yet to make a play. Chicago has no playmakers around him. If they start adding some just solid breakout talent, then I like Justin Fields. Start buying Justin Fields depending on what the Bears do in April and May in free agency and the draft. If they get some talent, game-breaking type stuff, I'd buy his cards. But right now it's a boring team, and he's the only one that can do anything. That's my thought on the
I think. Yeah, I think that's a good analysis. I agree with you. So the way that I think about the rookie class, and I tend to do this in all sports, is I try to find like comps for guys. So for example, like is Cam Newton a comp for Justin Fields? Maybe not. But Cam Newton came in his rookie year and dominated. Lamar Jackson
he
came in.
He threw the ball as far as he could, and Steve Smith went and caught it. That was like 60% of his throwing yards were just bombs, four bombs a game to Steve Smith, and he caught 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good
I know
point.
what you mean.
But
I know what you mean.
yeah. Yeah, but I know what you mean too, and I think your point is Justin Fields didn't even have anyone close to as talented at wide receiver as Cam Newton did in his rookie year. No. So I think that's fair. So the way that I look at this year's rookie class then specifically is a little bit of a different take on it. I agree with you on Mac Jones. You brought up some good points that I hadn't even thought of. I just think my take was simpler, generally just that he's overpriced. But then when you brought up the fact that there's transition there, that's another reason I think to sell Mac Jones and just avoid him. There is no FOMO on Mac Jones.
It's a wait and see for Mac Jones. Wait and see on a guy like that. Don't wait and see on Trevor Lawrence, but wait and see on Mac Jones.
I think wait and see on Mac Jones if you don't own his cards. Wait and see. I think if you own his cards, you should sell his cards because then you can get back in. Yep. I think that Trey Lance intrigues me the most. I equate Trey Lance to what baseball card investors do with prospect cards. Baseball card investors spend a lot of money on Bowman prospect cards. So in other words, like whenever there's an MLB draft, then a set comes out of cards in the pro uniforms, but they're prospect cards and they don't, who knows when they'll even make it to the MLB team, but those cards go for hundreds of dollars raw from those releases. And so I look at Trey Lance as a baseball prospect from a sports card investment standpoint, meaning he's in the best situation to spend money on because I think the thought there is if Jimmy Garoppolo can get this team almost to the Super Bowl, like one play away or whatever from the Super Bowl, then investing in like the third overall pick in the draft at what seems to be a low point in his card prices right now, to go out and get like his rookie autos, he has the highest upside, I believe, like literally to go from like a few $100s for an autograph card, potentially to like a few $1,000 if he were actually like, if you take the 49ers team and just put Trey Lance at quarterback and they get back to where they got this year, next year, his card prices will be ridiculously through the roof, even if he doesn't even play that well. And so that's why he intrigues me, I think, the most. I think the safest bet at the floor is Trevor Lawrence. So I agree with you there. And I think that Justin Fields intrigues me too, just because like his prices are so low and we don't even really have any idea what he is yet. But I think he has.
We don't know anything about that.
All the guys. We don't know anything about that guy. I feel like he has the highest bust potential. I feel like out of those guys, he has like the highest bust potential. That's why he's.
I'll be honest with you, Hicks. That's the one place we disagree. I think Trey Lance has good bust potential as well. He better come out and win games early on. I mean, he better, because Kyle Shanahan won't be there if they come out one play away from the Super. They were literally one dropped interception away from the Super Bowl. I mean, let's be honest. It wasn't Garoppolo's fault. No, granted, he didn't play way, throw stupid interceptions, bad passes over the middle, all that. But they were one dropped interception away from a poorly thrown ball by Matt Stafford from getting there. He better not be 3-4 going into Week 8,
let me throw this question at you because I think this kind of encapsulates it for a sports card investor.
Yeah, you got some data. I'm ready to listen to it. I'm in.
Sounds good. Murph, thanks for joining me. Everyone, thank you for watching and listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show. I'm Paul Hickey with nooffseason.com. I'd like to thank our sponsor of the show, marketmoversapp.com by Sports Card Investor. Please go there and save 20% using the promo code NOOFFSEASON. Everybody, have a great day. Murph,
have a great day, guys. Man. Hicks, always good to see you.
You too. Later, man.